Okay, we are live, everybody. Hello, my name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are here from the Naked and Famous, obviously we're here from the Naked and Famous Denim YouTube channel, because otherwise we would be on the wrong channel, because this is the Naked and Famous Denim YouTube channel. We're here streaming live from Yokohama, Japan, for the weekly Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in all of the history, past, present, and future of the internet, where we're going to talk to you guys about all things raw denim, raw denim, raw denim, raw denim, raw denim, and raw denim. No deviations. You know how it goes. It's Saturday morning for us. It is July the 6th. Maybe it's July the 5th for many of you who are tuning in. The evening, of course, but it is the morning here in the land of the rising sun. And it's pretty hot out there, huh?
It's the summer.
It's summer in Japan. We're hitting like 35 degrees, like 95-degree weather out here. It's pretty hot, especially for raw denim lovers. What do you do in the heat? How do you cope with the heat when you love raw denim? Well, we're going to talk about that today. But first, we're going to check in with the chat, see where everybody is tuning in from. And we've got Davy Boy. Hello from London, England. MIJ12s arrived today. Love them. Davy Boy Smith. Does anyone else remember the British Bulldog? Davy Boy Smith.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Famous pro wrestler. The British Bulldog. He was part of the Heart Foundation.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Grego, hello, or rather aloha, from Maui, wearing my Elvira's.
Nice.
Great choice. We do have this year, for the horror gene, we have Michael Myers from Halloween. So appropriate, Halloween for Halloween. We will.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, the
samples.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Right.
Like I've seen the fabric but
the patch.
yeah,
That's a good one.
But when we head out to Montreal soon, we'll be able to preview that one very soon for you. So that's going to be coming out this fall. We've got the producers in the house. BD, hello. Wearing my MIJ7s today and Wonder Looper 701 double heavyweight French Terry hoodie. That is a beastly combination. The ES2... the ES2 Empire State 2 on the stream cover looks awesome up close. Do you have any more detailed previews to show? Yeah, we're going to talk about the Empire State Selvedge 2 release information and where you're going to be able to get a pair. But that something tells me some of you already know. Reds W5, hello from Birmingham, UK, wearing my Elephant X. Great choice. A lot of heavyweight denim. Or heavier weight denim. And despite the summer, you know what? We don't care. It doesn't matter. It's hot, but we're going to wear our heavy jeans no matter what. Chris Coven, you guys looked a little freaked out that your FoxFibre Wonder Looper t-shirt sold out so fast. Congrats. They seem very special. Yep.
That was not expected.
Definitely not the way that happened. And part of the, I guess, the freak out is just to make sure that when something sells out, there's an inevitable flood of emails and messages that you are going to get. Like, hey, what the heck? I was waiting for this. I didn't get it. You know, that it's natural. You know, it happens. So we just wanted to make sure that everybody would be able to, who wanted it, would be able to get it. So we are just messaging with all of our retail partners to make sure that they get their products up quickly so that we can send customers there to get their shirts. But yeah, very, very special shirt. We're going to have that on Wonder Looper. It's sold out, but it'll be on Tate and Yoko probably mid next week. Anyway, we'll see. It's in transit. The special people at the border have that package right now, but hopefully it'll be delivered to Tate and Yoko very soon. Invis Ian's DC is in the house. Well, good to see you, my friends. Ian M. Hey guys, checking in from North Carolina mountains and wearing my Firebird today. The Firebird Stretch Selvedge. Was that Stretch Selvedge? Firebird
No.
Stretch? No, regular Selvedge, not Stretch Selvedge. It's a lot of jeans in my head. Can't remember them all. But I do remember the pocket flasher. It looked like a Pontiac Sunfire. It looked great.
That was a good fabric.
Yeah,
very flamey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BD, are those America sneakers?
Yes.
That was our little tribute to the 4th of July.
Yes. We celebrated by putting out my America sneakers.
Yeah. We went on, before the Wonder Looper live stream, I was like, Risa, do we have an American flag anywhere that we could put up? She's like, I have these sneakers. I'm like, perfect.
Just put it in the background.
Just put it in the background. I have an American flag in my office in Montreal.
The little one?
Yeah, that little one that Jay from Blue Owl gave me.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a special flag for me.
Nice gift.
Yeah. All right. Edwin, hey, checking in from Cali, debating on cutting my solid black True Guys into shorts. Hey, you know what? If they're gonna serve you better as shorts, then go for it. But if you feel, hey, you still need a black pair of True Guys, then don't. Maybe look into shopping something else into shorts.
I feel like there's more times in the year that you wear jeans, full-length jeans, than shorts.
Right.
But yeah, if you have other options, I guess.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right. Okay. A lot of hellos. Hello from everybody. Robert, checking in from Chicago. Good to see you. Nick, New Jersey is in the house. Imagining myself in some fall/winter 24 fits. Well, the fall/winter 24 is coming soon. I'm going to drop the preview video next week. Next week is going to be a busy week for videos. So you'll get the full rundown, of fall/winter 24 next week.
The website page is up secretly.
Yeah.
I didn't announce it. I didn't have a banner for it.
Yeah.
But it's up, so when the video's up, you can, look through it
Browse the website.
at the same time.
That's it. Slater Brown, hey y'all from South Georgia, USA. Good to see you. USA is in the house. Siraj, currently 104 degrees Fahrenheit here. Well, stay cool, my friend. Stay cool. Brian H., I cope with the heat by wearing my mainline Selvedge Naked and Famous jeans. Great choice. Lightweight denim. That's going to do the job for you. I had a message the other day. I forget where. I saw it. I don't think I've responded to directly. So hopefully if you asked that question, hopefully you're watching right now because I'm going to answer your question for you. And it was about if, 9-10 ounce denim was the heavyweight denim of the time in the late 1800s, early 1900s. What was the lightweight denim of the time? Well, I suppose anything lighter, really. They weren't really marketing denim as this like casual piece of clothing, right?
It's a working person's, like a manual labor person's clothing.
Right. So
nobody wanted a comfortable jeans.
And nobody was thinking like this is going to be for your, summer excursions, right? So why, even though denim at that point, they considered it heavy because it was a heavier cloth for what they could make, it also did serve as, they called it heavy, but I mean, it was something that the people who had to work outside, especially in those temperatures and those conditions, it's a great balance of durability and a fabric that is easy to wear in those temperatures. So, what was the lightweight denim of the time? I mean, I'm sure there was some lighter options, 7.5 ounce, 8 ounce weight, but perhaps the people who were wearing jeans the most didn't want something like that because it might have compromised on the durability, especially for the type of work that they were doing. So
100%. I can guarantee you that it was not marketed as lightweight denim, even if it was lighter than 9-10 ounce.
Yeah, modern heavyweight denim is really only about, I'm gonna give it about 20 years old at this point. The 20 ounce range denim really probably the early,
a little bit more, but
the mid 2000s. That's when that stuff kind of popped off, and so. Yeah, some people might think that weight range, 20 ounces and up, was what the old school miners and things were wearing. That's completely not the case. They didn't have that kind of denim. And I guess the way we talk about denim weights today, heavyweight, lightweight, midweight, like that's still rather I would say in the history of denim, it's still, I would say, pretty fresh. Yeah. All right. Brian H. I cope with the heat by wearing my main. Oh, I already read that one. It was a good comment. So I read it twice. William, hey, checking in from London. Wore my sky blue Easy Guys to work today. That's great. Stephen Kopelkamp, can't wait for the natural FoxFibre denim to go with my new Wonder Looper FoxFibre shirt. Just wrap.
A very good combination.
Yeah, wrap your life in FoxFibre. You're gonna enjoy it.
That brown and the crew combo is great.
Absolutely. There will be more. There's more projects we're working on with this wonderful cotton. So, yeah. Pace yourselves, guys. Pace yourselves. Pedro, Island Blue Stretch Selvage with a tie-dye tank top, sipping on some iced tea. That sounds like paradise. If only you were in Maui while you were doing it. Now that's real paradise. Island Blue on the island. That's great. Celos 189. Word, gonna cop Empire 2 when it drops. So let's talk about the Empire State Selvedge 2. Actually, what I should do is bring up some photographs. Give me a minute here. Risa, do you want to field a question or two while I pull some of that stuff up?
Sorry, it's harder for me to read.
Yeah,
something.
it's a little far away here.
William says, UK summer has been pretty rainy and cool so far. Heavier denim is still in rotation some days. Interesting.
Paris was cold.
Paris was insanely cold. Everybody was wearing jackets and like fall clothes almost. It looked really bizarre. But I don't know. I mean, like now I feel like this real summer of Japan is hitting us, and it's just I'm already so annoyed by the fact that like you step outside for like a minute and they're just like, this is very uncomfortable. I'm starting to get really sticky and I'm not even doing anything, kind of thing. But so it sounds kind of cool, but at the same time, I mean, if it's not summer now, like when can we enjoy the summer? So
right. Okay. I'm almost set up here.
Canadian pennies. So do I need to be worried that FoxFibre Selvedge will sell out as quickly as the tee? I don't think so. I mean, it's...
Yeah. How can I say this? Naked and Famous has a wider distribution net than Wonder Looper does. So...
Even Wonder Looper, you know, there's still like a lot that's gonna come out through our retail partners, and that's gonna be the case with this all natural FoxFibre jeans as well. Yeah,
if you are like, you know, within the first couple of weeks of it coming out, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
If you're like 4 months out, maybe things will be a little bit slower, maybe, but.
Also, I mean, I tend to find those extreme sizes, like, you know, 28s and 44s in terms of, like, jeans, 42, 44s, 28, 29s.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not every retailer will carry that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, like, Tatenoko and maybe New York, it's, like, the only people who are carrying 28s and 44s and stuff like that. So, it's, like, those might be, like, if you're unlucky...
Yeah.
You might not get it. Whereas, like, the middle sizes, we'll have enough, I feel.
Right. Yeah. I would say don't wait too long.
Right.
If you want it, be there for release day.
Yeah, if you are there on the release day, I don't think it's that type of jeans that's going to sell out, like, in seconds.
Right. But the thing is, I never really
that's
know.
True.
I never really know. Sometimes, Sometimes we have a prediction, like, generally on release day for, like, a Naked and Famous jean, like, it can vary. If it's, one of a collaboration item, like, we're going to sell...
Quite a bit at release.
Yeah, right. But if it's, like, a normal release, you know, maybe we're going to sell anywhere from 60 to, like, 150 pairs on release day. And... at Tete and Yoko, oftentimes I carry like 300 to maybe 350, sometimes 400 pairs of a particular style. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But like usually release day, there's like a big surge. Everybody who's been waiting for it comes and gets it. And then, we sell like, dozen pairs a week for the next however many weeks. And then, they're sold out after a while. So
yeah, but also with Naked Famous, obviously we're gonna have 4 fits of these,
right,
and the jacket too, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like everybody who wants the fabric gets spread into different fits. So and or if like the size and fits that you want is no longer available when you try to purchase it, maybe you can pivot. So
yeah, right. If like a weird guy, true guy pivot's kind of easy, but yeah, so. It's hard to gauge because, we're used to, we sell we kind of expect a certain amount of sales. Some items, they land and they do better than expected. Some items land and do worse than expected. We try to plan for it, just based off of, historical sales, but, yeah.
Anyways, our plan is we planned for us to have it for a little while at least. Maybe not like, the next year, but enough for us to, carry that in the stores for a while.
Right.
So that's our official stance.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not a mega retailer, so like, we don't carry a, like Foot Locker warehouse level of stock, but we really try to have enough that it's not going to be a one-day sellout, and we have enough that'll carry us at least through the season. Sometimes, generally, I try to plan for a little bit longer than that, but yeah, it's you never know.
Although
you never know.
I keep thinking my brain was like picturing the Ecru by FoxFibre when we were having this entire conversation.
Oh.
But it's the Indigo
by FoxFibre
that comes out this fall.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Indigo by FoxFibre, and then Ecru by FoxFibre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then FoxFibre.
Yeah, then Fox. Double Fox. That's the plan for fall 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe one day we'll have an elephant fox. Somebody suggested that we do a dirty fade version of the fox. I think that'd be kind of cool.
You mean
the weft is like dirty fade construction.
Mm-hmm. The weft is fox,
yeah,
or like the core is
maybe both. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyhow, it was just kind of I just like the idea.
Yeah, I wonder if we can rope dye FoxFibre yarns. That's something maybe we should look into.
Right.
Great idea.
We'll find out. Okay, but speaking of new releases, we are going to be releasing on July the 16th the Empire State 2. So this is the blacked out edition of the Empire State Selvedge. And let's take a look at it over here. That didn't work. Hold on a second. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. So this is the Empire State Selvedge 2. The all-black version of our New York City store exclusive Empire State Selvedge. It's the same denim, but now black. Mm-hmm. It's New York. A lot of people, we sell a lot of black jeans in New York. The people in New York wear a lot of black, so we had to make the nighttime version of our Empire State Selvedge. So broken twill construction in this solid black selvage form. And you can see it's nice and slubby and textured as well. So it's not just like a flat black, it's a nice textured black, made with American-grown Supima cotton. This denim, if you've ever handled it before, it's not the most rigid denim. It's got a nice kind of drape and softness to it. Mm-hmm. And
it reminds me of the Sea Island cotton denim as well. It's those that like very extra long staple fiber cotton. This makes the denim really at any weight just nice and drapey.
Yeah, so great hand feel. And let's take a look at some. I mean, here's a black jean model that looks like Justin might be wearing it. And here you have that great blue, white, and orange Selvedge ID, the flag color of New York City. And of course, you might notice some of these colors on your favorite, New York sports teams as well. So if you're into New York City sports and paraphernalias like that, it might be a great match for those kinds of things. And of course, you're going to see that predominantly here on the Selvedge ID as well. You can see just how slubby this denim is, even looking from the inside. So New York City exclusive. This will be available only at New York City, and it will only be available online. You're not going to be able to buy this
offline.
Correct. Sorry, offline. You can only buy this in the store. This is for us. This is all about creating a souvenir for your trip to New York. If you're a New Yorker, that's great. You can rep your city. But if you're visiting New York, you're taking the time to come to Naked and Famous Denim NYC. Practically everything on the website you could buy online, right? So we wanted to have something special for those people who came and made the trip, something that you can only get in the store.
Yeah,
right.
I think it does make the jean a little bit special. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I want this, but I can't make the trip. And I understand that's a little frustrating, but I think when you finally get it, whether by you going or having, your friends going there to buy it for you and stuff like that, that's also possible. You don't have to show up in person if you can't. I think it just makes it that much more special. It's just the ultimate souvenir.
Yeah. And we will have the product pages online, so you're going to be able to see it. You're going to see the photos, and you're going to see the measurements. So if you do have to send a friend, maybe a friend's going to New York, they can pick up a pair for you, and you'll have those measurements available, so you know what size to tell them to get. But yeah, it really is about creating that souvenir moment. So much in the world today is just accessible. There's a lot of limited edition product comes out, sells out. Okay, I got it. But when we first did this jean, it was really all about creating something that you can say, hey, I got this in New York, right? Because there's so little in the world left that whether you come to Japan or you go to America, or you go to Europe, wherever, it doesn't matter. If you walk into any store, chances are you didn't really need to go to the store to buy that thing, right? So, it kind of, I just remember being young and you travel, oh, where'd you get that? Oh, I got it in this little store and so, and you can't get it. Right? It kind of felt special, maybe a little gatekeepy, but, it just kind of felt special to have something that you're like, this, I made the effort to find and to get. Yeah. I remember, doing that even when I was young, coming to Japan and going to, certain shops and buying things and, oh, you can't get this out there. You can't get this in Canada. You can't get this in America. This store doesn't even have an online store. You can't buy it. You had to go there. You had to buy it. And now I have this precious item. Yeah. And it just felt special, right?
And even if say that's ideal, you get the experience, you get to be in the store and try it on and all that stuff. That's great, and we want to encourage that. But even if it's a souvenir from somebody else, it's you ask them to buy, bring home the jeans, and that's also special too. I remember when I was a kid, my dad would go on business trips, and they would bring back stuff that the most memorable one was Aladdin 2 VHS tape. And we didn't even know Aladdin 2 existed. Yeah. And that was just and that was fully in English. So right. I did not understand the words being spoken, but it was so special because nobody knew Aladdin 2 existed and nobody had
nobody had movie. Aladdin 2. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. There's a lot of memories like that. One thing that I do currently is anytime someone's coming from Montreal, and luckily we do have a flow of friends and people that we know coming in from Montreal, I'm always like, can you bring me some St. Viateur bagels? I always ask for bagels. Bring me bagels. I just bring me like 6 packs. I'm going to chop them. I'm going to freeze them. And I always have enough bagels to last me until the next person comes. Because I can't get those.
That's true.
I could get a bagel here
at Costco.
At Costco, I can get in Japan, but they're not Montreal bagels. Montreal bagels are very special, so I need to have my fix of Montreal bagels from time to time. And for those people who do live in New York, just so you know, the Montreal bagel is superior. It's superior. We could have a debate about it, but you're gonna start off from a losing position. If you've ever experienced the Montreal bagel, it's
very different. It is a different beast.
You know, one thing I have to say, St. Viateur bagel does ship in North America.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want some, which I would recommend, you can order them on the internet.
Do they ship it frozen? Or?
I don't know because I've never had to.
I guess they don't need to freeze it. It's not like it's gonna go bad.
Right.
Immediately.
So they've been around since 1957.
Oh, it's actually newer than I thought.
Right, but still, they operate 24/7.
Yes.
So they're always. If you ever walk into this place, just a little Montreal landmark. Our landmark bagel shop, St. Viateur. This is in what's it called, Mount Royal area of Montreal. No, the Plateau. Sorry, in the Plateau. They used to have one in NDG, but they in Monkland. Remember we used to go to that one?
Oh, that restaurant.
Yeah, that one. It closed. It closed.
But this one is the one that they're
it's
like a hole.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like a hole in the wall, and they're always cooking bagels. And when you walk in, they're just making bagels all day, and they do it wood fire style. You can see he's got this giant long wooden plank. He's got the bagels on here, and they put them in the oven, they pull them out, and they just throw them on top of this pile over here. So they always have a giant pile of fresh bagels that they've made. And doesn't matter what time you walk in, they've got you. Go and order some. I'm telling you, they ship them across North America. Go and get them, and you'll be very happy. It's a very, very good bagel. How they are made. Let's talk about it. It would be great to do a St. Viateur Naked and Famous. It'd be very local. No one's gonna understand it. But they make all the bagels by hand. Everything's rolled. They boil them in like honey water. It's really special. And I cannot get a bagel like this in Japan.
No, but it's also that seeing it made. It's just like part of the experience. So you just look at these guys work so efficiently. And like the mountains of bagels that they make every day, 24 hours a day. Yeah. It's insane to me how many bagels that they're selling.
It's not like some kind of factory food, production line.
No,
it is
a production line for sure. But it's like they got it so efficient.
Yeah, they're incredible. So I would recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you come to Montreal, you definitely need to come here. There's no question about it. You definitely need to come here. Yeah, see, they have the Mount Royal one. It's no, that's the Mount Royal Cafe. Sorry, I was thinking about they had one in Monkland. That one closed. But go and order some bagels. Maybe get a T-shirt. I know Risa has a T-shirt from them.
Oh, it's one of my favorite T-shirts.
And their logo is so awesome.
It's very not high quality T-shirts.
Yeah.
Not very comfortable, but I love the logo so much.
I think the St. Viateur bagel mascot should run for like mayor of Montreal or something. I think he'd win.
I should get a bunch of those T-shirts for my friends.
See, great souvenir. You can't get them anywhere else. So there's my little pitch for the good bagels in Montreal.
Although that we had like a comment from people from Hawaii earlier that Leonard, that character reminds me of St. Peter's Bagel.
Yes.
The donut store in I think in Waikiki, right? Is there more than one?
I think they have a bunch.
I would imagine that's the main location though.
I don't know. Let's compare mascots. I don't know which button I'm pressing because there we go. Where's their mascot? Hold on.
Oh, that one.
There we go. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. He does look like the St. Viateur guy.
It's the same charm, you know.
So let's take a look here. This is Leonard's, and it's like a Hawaiian style donut. I guess I'm not sure. Malasada.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good. They're very tasty, and they have these cute little characters here. And doesn't it not look too too different? The resemblance. They must be cousins. They must be related somewhere. If you're ever in Hawaii, go here. Also, I would recommend it, and get one of their T-shirts. They have some nice merch here.
They have nice merch.
They have really nice merch, and very tasty foods. Very tasty foods indeed. Okay, don't you just know it, right? I just bookmarked the bagel website. Thanks. You will appreciate it. I'm telling you, you will enjoy it. Rights W5 writes, looks way better than the supermarket crap. Yeah. You know, I would say that the New York bagel looks like the factory bagel. It's puff. Here's the thing that I don't like. I will eat a New York bagel. I'm not a snob. I'm not going to eat this. It's fine. But the problem with the New York bagel is it's too big. It's too puffy. Right?
It is very filling. It's like it's very mochi.
Yeah.
And it's just so dense.
Yeah.
Density is the problem, I think.
Yeah, the Montreal bagel is not as thick. It's crispier it just doesn't have that chew. Like the New York bagel is very chewy, and you could eat one, and it's just like I'm like this is way too much already, right? Like half on a New York bagel is probably all you need. The whole thing it's just too much food. The Montreal bagel is thin, it's crispy, it's covered with whatever top, whether it's sesame seeds or whatever. What are those black ones called?
Chia seed?
Chia seed? Is it? No, I forgot.
Poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds. That's it. Sorry, my brain is slow. They're very different, and my preference very strongly leans towards the Montreal style.
But I don't remember, like we eat the bagels frozen from toasted, and it still keeps really well. Like it's great that you can eat like that. But I don't remember what the fresh one of the
we'll go and get some when we go to Montreal. We're going really soon. BD writes, I will have to drop by St. Viateur when we go. Mm-hmm. You definitely do.
It's a must.
And here's just a pro tip for anybody ordering those bagels online. You get them, slice them,
and then
freeze them. Yeah. Don't freeze them before you slice them because then it's impossible to slice them. Mm-hmm. Right? You want to slice them, then freeze them. That's the key.
That is a pro tip. That is a must follow pro tip.
Right. So there you go. We went from Souvenir Denim that you can only get in one place to the best bagels on the planet. And there you have it. You get it all here with the Naked and Famous Denim live stream. Smooth transitions. Mm-hmm. Nelson V writes, I have the Japanese Crane Aloha shirt. I love the gold highlights on this piece. Will a similar fabric shirt be released soon?
We used to make that.
Yeah.
Every season, it used to be the best-selling pattern shirt, or the best-selling shirts, period, of each spring, summer.
Mm. Yeah.
I think that slowed down a little bit, so I think we stopped making them. But maybe. There's a market for it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
We do have the skull ukiyo-e style print coming back as a rayon shirt for spring summer 25.
Yeah, that is a different beast because that's like really it feels like a real vintage rayon Aloha shirts.
Mm.
And I really like that it's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
It's so drapey. It's very nice. But
I can see it coming back in that form. Maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can see us doing like, bolder prints, but it'll probably come back mostly as rayon shirts, I think. I love a good rayon shirt. Especially, you want to beat the heat? Rayon shirt. Nice, light, drapey. It's going to do the job for you.
is it
Highly.
better than cotton in heat? I feel like cotton is better in heat.
I don't know.
Linen will be probably best in heat. But rayon, it does just have the drapiness that is really only like you can't make it in cotton.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Very nice. You're gonna enjoy it. And speaking of enjoying a rayon shirt, if you haven't got one yet, over at Tate and Yoko, we are running a sale right now. It is the last weekend to enjoy our AmeriCanada Day Sale. Both Canada Day and America Day have passed, but the savings are going on until this Sunday. So Sunday will be the last day to save, and we should have some Aloha shirts, perhaps some rayon editions to check out. Aloha shirt, let's check it out. Some of the more, these ones, ooh, that one's gone. Small here. The one I'm wearing, gone. Small, medium, large, and the navy version. Maybe check that one out. You still have a lot of great summer season to enjoy this one. Yeah, Aloha shirts are moving. But still, there's a lot of great things here in the sale for you to enjoy. Look through. Maybe you'll find something special. Maybe you'll maybe get something for the fall. The fall is just around the corner. Let's see what kind of true guys we've got on sale right now. A lot of great options here. Again, if it's not something that you can enjoy immediately right now, there's definitely stuff that you can enjoy later on. So do consider those options. Any of the spring summer 24 options that are on sale currently will go back to regular price after the sale. So take advantage while you can. Some sizing is limited here, but if you are a 33 in the tried and true, that is a great jean to own. Another one, this one, broken twill, slub stretch selvage, comfort, raw denim's going to fade great. Can't go wrong with this one. Or if you want to, that's gone.
But Craftsman is a great,
that's a good
right
one.
Away, you can enjoy it kind of weight.
Yeah, so a lot here to enjoy. So when you do get a chance, if you haven't already done so, take a look through the sale. Maybe you'll find something that you like. I think there was somebody who was looking for, where is it? The kids' jeans that we had on sale.
Oh, go to categories. No.
We called it Skinny Boy.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for a miniature jean for the kids, we do have these, and I did mark them down. So there is sizing is a little sparse here and there, but if you want mini jeans for yourself or for a mini person in your life, we have some kids jeans available. One thing to note is that there is, it's hard to see, but there's an elastic waistband. So you can buy them a little bit bigger and then cinch them in with the elastic waist. There's a little button here that allows you to do that. And so, they can grow with you just a little bit.
Yeah, like a certain size is rinsed.
Yeah, I think 2 to 6.
Yeah.
And 6 to 12 is regular. So yeah, there you have it. Raw denim, selvage raw denim for the children's. Okay. Nicholas Vilpu writes, I love Okinawan donuts. My wife's family makes them from time to time.
Wow.
All right.
That's great.
And then Donovan writes, Okinawan donuts are a staple from Chinese buffets here. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
I haven't been to a Chinese buffet in a long time. It's been a long time.
I do not even remember. I don't.
Do they do Chinese buffets here? No.
Well, I mean, there are buffets, buffets that are done by Chinese restaurants. But it's not like, I don't know,
American
it's
style. Yeah.
It's just like, any kind of restaurant sometimes have buffet option.
Yeah.
But it's not like, speaking of buffet, Chinese food kind of like.
Yeah, I don't think we've. I don't think it's much of a thing here, like the buffet restaurant.
Oh, I think it is. I mean, it's out of maybe out of a little bit of a trend nowadays, but it's there's a lot, and also like there's you know, like they don't call it buffet unless it's a hotel breakfasts are somehow are always called buffets, but in restaurants they call it tabehodai, or like you, and it's not always the same. Like, you know, sometimes it's a buffet style, all you can eat, and other times you just order all you can eat.
I see. Okay.
But there's a lot of options. We just don't really go to them because I don't think it ever pays off, except for this one restaurant that has Thai food buffet.
Okay, I've never been.
It's pretty good.
All right, we'll have to check. We'll have to check that out. You might have checked it out. I never checked it out. But yeah, just I just always picture like the big giant restaurant. You know, in Canada we had a chain called Mandarin. I don't think I have not been there in probably 20 plus years. But yeah, just giant hall type restaurant. And
is it like Chinese or like more
American
like
Chinese?
Express?
Yeah, American Chinese style. And I'm sure they have other. I'm sure there's like pizza and stuff in there too.
right. Yes, that's what I picture about like American buffets.
Yeah.
Like, why is it here?
Yeah. I could be wrong with that, but something tells me it will probably be there. Like, they'll have everything. They'll have, like, I don't know. It's been a long time. Okay. Silos writes, last week I copped the Easy Guy tried and true pant and the broken twill pants from the NYC shop. Dope jeans. Well, fantastic. I hope you are enjoying them. And also, speaking of New York, so we're going to be releasing the Empire State Selvedge on July the 16th, which is a Tuesday. From the 16th to the 18th, the Naked Famous Denim team is going to be there in store. We're going to be showing off the Spring Summer 25 collection to our retail partners. So we're going to have a lot of our retail partners coming through the store. But if you happen to be in town, and come through the store, and you too can also get a preview of the collection. We're happy to show that off to anybody who's coming into the store. And on the 16th evening, we're going to have a little get together at the shop. So it's a Tuesday after hours. We're going to open the store, and it's not like, you know, it's not like a selling night or anything like that. We're just going to be hanging out and chatting it up. There'll be some snacks, refreshments. You can meet all of us, hang out, see the local raw denim community. It's going to be a fun time, I think.
Yeah, last time we did it in January, we were packed for most of the time we were open. And, you know, there were actually a lot of interesting people there that you know, that you might have, like, if you're watching a lot of YouTube channels and stuff like that, maybe you see a familiar faces.
Right. Some of our friends rolled in, so it was good to see them there. But
also Garrett will be there. Brandon will be there.
The elusive Tammy will be there. So
you get to meet all of us.
You get to meet the gang. So there you go. If you're in New York, please come and see us when we are there. Now, we are coming up to that time of the show where I'm going to ask you once again for your support, and that support comes in the form of hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. So if you haven't hit that like button just yet, just a little friendly reminder to give it a little love tap there, and it helps us, with the YouTube overlords, and they see that our channel is liked, and then they tell other people that, hey, you should tune in to these wonderful people who are talking about raw denim every single week here for you. So, there you go. Thank you very much for your kind donations of likes, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So, there you have it. Okay. That will segue us into, we talked about Fall Winter 24 video, so that'll be coming out next week.
Okay.
Risa and I will be traveling soon, so I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a live stream next weekend. We'll keep you posted on that. So. So we'll keep you posted on that one, and we will be in New York we'll be in New York from the 15th to the 18th, but in store from the 16th to the 18th, so you come and see us there. We'll be back live streaming again on the 19th, and that'll be from Montreal. So we'll have the crew with us. Maybe we'll have Terry and Garrett and everybody as a big old hangout for the live stream.
With all the samples that we can show.
Yeah, so we can show everything from fall, winter 24 and spring, summer 25. So there's going to be a ton to preview on that particular episode. And Halloween. We'll have the Halloween stuff to show off. Halloween, you will see it for the first time in person. Rather, at least us in person.
Yes.
You on the internet on the 19th. So you're going to definitely want to tune in for that episode. And then from the 22nd to the 26th, we will be in Montreal. So if you are in the Montreal area, and we're going to be in the office, but if you come and stop by Tate and Yoko, you want to say hello, just let us know, and we'll come down and shake your hand, and it'll be nice to see you there. And then on the 25th in Montreal, we are going to do a little hangout. We're going to invite the raw denim community out there to join us. We're going to go to North Star Pinball, which is a great pinball barcade in Montreal, and we're going to do a little hangout there with everybody. And that's going to practically round up our trip. We'll be back in Japan the next week, so it'll be a little bit of a whirlwind for us. We're going to be here, there, and everywhere, and hopefully we get to meet and see many of you on our way. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. Let's see. Any questions that we haven't covered yet? There's some requests for some Godzilla updates. Well, the update is that we are simply just working through the paces. We have to present to them. We presented to them like our kind of initial ideas, but now we have to present to them in a more formal way. The products that we want to create. So, mock-ups of product and how it's going to look. So we're in the process of creating those. And once those are all sent over for approval, that'll probably take a little while. They'll, ask us to change this, that, and the other thing. Or maybe it'll all be good to go. And then once that's done, then we can get working on developing or getting the leather patches made up, getting all the fabrics. Right now, the fabrics are all like, what can I say? They're all concepts.
Right.
So it's going to go from concept to production. So we got to take that to our mills, and they're going to say, well, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can't do that. You have to change it a little bit this way or that way, and then it'll all hopefully come together. Ideally, we're going to have this on the market for fall winter 25. Fall winter, that is the goal. It is it's a lofty goal, I think. It's a tight window, so we'll see. It might get pushed, but if not fall winter 25, hopefully it'll come out like Q1 2026 when it's still cold, because this is going to be a lot of heavyweight denim.
Right.
It's just all heavyweights.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. People who are going to like Godzilla jeans are going to not care, because the season's going to come anyways.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
Just like you wear it a couple times when you get it and not wear it again.
Right. Epic Mario writes, what's your dream collaboration? And bless you. Well, thank you, and bless you too.
I think it was my sneeze.
I think he's blessing us.
Oh,
thank you.
Either way, thank you.
Yeah. What's your dream collaboration? Godzilla is definitely up there. I mean, we've been able to achieve many dreams already so far. All the horror stuff. I would like to do Scream. Scream is my favorite horror movie franchise.
Alien is up there, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, it's my favorite movie, but I think the concept will be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked the Matrix collaboration we did, even though, that was just like really different.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, I think.
I like doing all this movie stuff. If there, what's out there that I'll tell you right now that we're chasing Scream. We don't have anything on paper yet, but that's something that is in pursuit. I think we will be able to achieve that. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. Godzilla's up there. Yeah, it's really, the next one would be Texas Chainsaw would definitely be up there. You got to hit all the top guys. No, you got to get all the horror icons.
I just don't want to have Leatherface jeans.
Yeah, I do. Quentin Tarantino collab. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. I definitely can see Kill Bill.
Yeah, I was gonna say like out of all the movies, either. It has to be like iconic because
Inglourious Bastards. I don't know how to do it exactly
without having any.
Yeah, there would be some. You know what I mean? There's without
having inappropriate. Like,
it's in the context. It's not inappropriate, right? But
obviously, that movie is fantastic. Yeah. But it's
or like Django Unchained, like I could see like a cool like Django, just like
Oh, Django, I can definitely see because it's Western. That's actually the first movie that came to my mind. But I think Kill Bill might be a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like the characters in Kill Bill. They're very well rounded, and I think around certain characters you could really develop unique fabrics. So I think as far as Kill Bill, like you could have multiple characters represented as jeans, whereas, some other films it might be a little bit harder. Because in Kill Bill they're also a little, I would say, more animated in that respect.
Yeah, exactly. It's clear, visual, like you don't have to think too much about it. Like you obviously have to think about it, but it's not like you cannot guess. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood also would be great, but then it's like the Django, like it's not like so obvious that it's like it's cool. Yeah, we can do.
It could be like themed around the whole like movie, right? But like doing it around specific characters might be a little more challenging. Django is easy because it would be it would be Django, right? Like it's something cool, and but. Inglourious Bastards, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Anyways, this is me trying to come up with a whole concept in 5 minutes. But
I think Inglourious Bastards will be a difficult one. I don't think that's something. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't imagine it being a.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, are we gonna have the bad guy from World War II getting gunned down on a leather patch? That, as much as that would be pretty cool. I don't know if that's too much.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
So that would be kind of cool. Trevor Rothway's Universal Monsters, Wolfman Dracula. Definitely, that would be a lot of fun to do. No question about it. Like the classic horror monster series would be a lot of fun to have. WWE, I would love to do. By the way,
I know you would.
I would love it. That would be easy. That would be so easy. I actually have already. I have a note somewhere that I already made the whole collection.
I see. There was definitely a Macho Man in there.
Macho. It's gonna be like all 80s and 90s. Well, I'm sure I would throw a John Cena in there.
Like in the George style.
Yeah. But. It's going to be like a lot of classic wrestlers in there. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Undertaker, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Try to do a Bret Hart or a Hart Foundation gene in there, an NWO gene. I don't know, DX
denim jacket with sleeves.
Yeah. So there's a lot that could be. There's so much that can be done. And the thing with if we were to do a WWE collab is kind of like. When we did the Dragon Ball collab, everyone's like, what about this guy? What about this guy? And I'm like, there's no way we can do them all.
That's true.
But what we will do will make every wrestling fan happy, right? There's always we will have something that you will enjoy nonetheless. We're not going to be able to do everybody, but man, I would love it. Anyhow, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Undertaker denim would be amazing. Or RVD. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like. Look, there's Rob Van Dam, ECW. Superstar. There was what was that? One night only ECW. WWE versus ECW kind of main event and or pay-per-view, and John Cena versus RVD. That match is very iconic. Yeah, great match. Love that. I love the atmosphere of that pay-per-view event. It was a rowdy ECW crowd with all these WWE stars invading, and yeah, it was great. That was a great event. So yeah, WWE would definitely be up there for me. That's for sure. Yeah, this is always a fun topic. Dream collaborations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We did talk to them once, and we got as far as having a meeting and talking about it. Their team was kind of split on us. We had some people who were interested, and there's some people maybe less so. You never know. Maybe we'll be able to do that one, or maybe get in talks with that one again. I think they're a very family friendly company, and at least Nickelodeon is. And I think maybe I don't know. This is just my presumption. I think our logo might have scared them a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we're not family friendly. Not that we're not friendly, family friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just maybe the perception.
Yeah, perhaps the perception might have scared them a little bit. Naked and famous, that might have not been. Who knows?
Maybe they saw our 15th year anniversary poster that just popped up.
No, well, it was way before that happened. But still, I get it. I remember, we used to sell to a department store in Kansas City called Halls, Halls, and they are actually owned by the Hallmark people. The greeting cards and the family-friendly TV station, television channel, whatever it is. And before we could sell to them, the board had to approve us. They were like, ugh, we don't know. And they went with it. It was okay. But yeah, I remember. Oh, here's a funny one. I remember back in the day we used to sell to some stores in Saudi Arabia, and our logo was and wasn't a problem. I remember one time we shipped the package and the package got stopped at customs, and they're like, no, just. Nope, this is not gonna work. And they were like, what had to happen was like the company then like rerouted the package to some other country, and then they had to. It wasn't that they had to take off our leather patch, but our hang tags. They had to get rid of all the hang tags, and then it could get in. So it was like, it wasn't a problem, but it was a problem. Right.
I mean, I can see that like the hang tag had the colored version of the full logo, and you can clearly see she's naked, whereas like the leather patch is like
it's a lot less color. Visible. Junior writes, Saudi Customs seems like a fun bunch. Oh, they're very pleasant and wonderful. They're wonderful people.
Beers with.
No, you can't have beers with them.
No,
Trevor Roth writes, Cena would be see-through pants. They wouldn't even be pants. If the Cena jeans would just be like a pocket flasher and the hang tag, and that would be it. And
what is Cena?
John Cena, because he can't see me.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
No, it has to be George.
You would get just the bag. It would be like Emperor's New Clothes. You get the bag, you get the hang tag, you get the pocket flasher, and that would be it.
No, it has to be George.
It would be great. We do the George alteration for you, no problem. Silos writes, Thundercats or Silver Hawks? I'm gonna go with Thundercats because I definitely remember Thundercats more than I remember Silverhawks. But I'm gonna go. This is gonna be a controversial stance. I'm gonna go with neither.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Thundercats, He-Man, She-Ra, like all that era of cartoons, I don't find that there's a very strong fan base for those things. And I know there are fans for it, but it's not the same as. It's just not the same as some other properties of that era. Mm-hmm. Like if I were to make Back to the Future jeans or Ghostbusters jeans, which we have, those are gonna go like gangbusters. They're classic in a way that they're so timeless. Whereas I find that cartoons of that era, or even like the 70s, you know, the Super Friends and like the old Spider-Man cartoon, like. I just find that there isn't much of a fan, like a hardcore or wide enough fan base for that. Like, you might see it and like, oh, I remember that when I was a kid. But like, you know, if they came out with Thundercat merch today based on that, like, are you chasing it?
It seems like it's more of a nostalgia, like, oh, I like that, and you know, how about this, how about that kind of thing. But you know, yeah, nobody's like, this is my favorite ever. And I'm never gonna not like this for the rest of my life.
And they're constantly rebooting those series, and like they never last very long. And to me, it just shows that like, I appreciate them from like I grew up with that kind of stuff, mentality. But you know, anytime a new Thundercats show or He-Man show comes out, I'm like, not interested. Just it's not my. I mean, I'm also a grown man, so sometimes. Then again, they do. I think they make these shows to target maybe my age group, but
right now probably.
But I just never tune in. I don't watch a lot of TV in general.
But it's always like, you know, we hear that maybe once, like, you know, every other time we have this dream collaboration discussion. But this is a very good way of gauging like the audience too, like, and I actually don't see a lot of conversation that happens around that.
Stephen Coblecam writes Captain Planet collab, same thing. Captain Planet, I find it. It falls into the same, like, you know, Captain Planet, My Pet Monster, some of these like 90s era cartoons. They're fun to remember, but they're not Batman the Animated Series. They're not X-Men. They're not. There are some other cartoons from that era that clearly there's a big, wide audience for it, and some of those like smaller ones that we remember fondly, you know, I just don't. You know, I don't see the big. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be probably the biggest example, right? If I were to make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab jeans based on the 90s cartoon, there's an audience for that. Even with all the new Ninja Turtle stuff, all the different series that I've never tuned into, even still to this day, you see merch with that 90s those 90s graphics on it, and you know, I see people in the streets wearing those characters and those icons. That has become timeless. I've never seen anyone wearing a Captain Planet t-shirt. It's just, I'm sure they make them, but I've never seen anyone wearing it. And maybe that's because my eyes are like this, but I would imagine that, you know, I pay a lot of attention to what people wear, and I would imagine I would have come across that more than once.
And that's not to say that like whatever property we work with has to be the most mainstream, super popular thing, like, you know, Superman. All the way, but I think it needs to have like a dedicated like fan base for it, for us to even maybe consider. Right.
Snoopy is a good summer. Fading Glory, Guy Denim and Fashion Rights. Snoopy, Peanuts, Charlie Brown. I think that is way stronger than a lot. Like, there's a lot, to be fair, in the raw denim world, or like the heritage world, there's a lot of Snoopy stuff. We love Snoopy. We got Snoopy back there in a rocket ship. We've got like a dozen, you know, Snoopy mugs. Look at that awesome Snoopy right there. There he is. Let me show you guys this Snoopy.
Yeah, Snoopy's timeless, but Snoopy on the road denim, I don't know. Like, it would have to be. It's too cute, I feel.
Yeah, maybe. It depends on the graphic, but I do enjoy a good Snoopy, so maybe that is something to consider at some point.
It is one of those things that, like, is permanent fixture in vintage world.
Yeah.
That it, like, it's not.
Yeah. The Snoopy,
different beast.
He even comes out.
Yes.
Ah. So you got the Snoopy Spaceman. Biggity Bam. You got Woodstock flying the rocket ship. This is great. I love this. So, yeah. It would, like, I think the thing with a Snoopy collab would be, like, I think it would kind of have to be more of a classic denim. Mm-hmm. Like, the denim wouldn't really be like, wow, this is like, Charlie Brown or Linus denim. Mm-hmm. But it would be, like, a very classic denim with Snoopy branding, and that's less the kind of collaboration I want to make. I really want to make a special fabric, but if we were to do this, it would kind of be like, here's how I would do it: a variety of leather patches with comic book art on it, right? So, like, it would be kind of random,
like a very one-liner.
Yeah. Right? So it would be like a blind box kind of buy where, like, you get it, but, like, the leather patch that you get, or maybe the pocket bags, but, like, what's on there are going to be different. I don't know. There's also, like, those old school, like, Charlie Brown, sweatshirts. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe that print that you see sometimes on those sweatshirts would be on the pocket bags in, like, different colors. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the denim itself has to be very, like, normal.
Yeah, very normal, classic. So it's...
I mean, I guess normal isn't bad.
Linus denim is blanket lined. It's not bad. So, yeah, there's some room there. Yeah, I think the other one that I thought was kind of a cool idea, and I've even breached it to Brandon. I mean, we've never approached the because sometimes people want, like, like musical acts, like, But for me, I wouldn't... The only thing that seems interesting to me is Wu-Tang, because number one, they have a lot of, like, this comic book art, like, in their, their universe. But they also have Wu wear. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, 90s Wu wear, like, there's a lot of, the big, bold graphics and raw denim in their, like, hip-hop aesthetic that I think could be something. I could see, like, a Wu wear Naked and Famous collaboration. I think that would be kind of cool. Do
they still make that?
Yeah. I don't know, like, it's not like what it used to be, right? But yeah, I'm anyhow, maybe we have to give them a call and see if whoever has the I'm sure it's I don't know how the rights to all that stuff works, but I think it could be kind of cool if we were to do, like, a throwback style collaboration, especially now there's a lot of wide leg jeans in the conversation. The strong guy is doing very well. It's doing well among a different demographic of customers, and I think that same demo would like to see, like, this Wu wear collab. And I also think that there's also us, people my age, who are like, oh yeah, I remember that. And, like, maybe I don't want, like, the super wide jeans, but maybe something with the the icons would be kind of cool in, like, a more modern fit jean, right?
White stitching.
Depends on the kind of denim. Yeah, depends on the kind of denim. So I don't know. I think it could be kind of cool. That would be another collab. I think would be exciting. The Raven writes, will we get a crew groovy guy?
Groovy guy? No.
No.
We're making the Love and Peace and groovy guy.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's the only new groovy guy I can think of. Yeah.
DC writes, Rough Riders. The Rough Riders. That could be kind of cool. I think more than Rough Riders, Wu-Tang. Because although I do remember at the time there was a lot of Rough Riders merch. You know, like all the kids in my school were definitely wearing a lot of that stuff.
Right. But I feel like Wu-Tang became more iconic.
Yeah, I think so.
In the long run.
Yeah. Any plans on another King of Lords denim? No immediate plans, but there's certainly, you know, the King of Lords, Lord of Nep, King of Slub, that kind of stuff. That'll carry on at some point. Yeah.
In different variations, maybe. But
yeah.
It would not die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make the Dark Lord of Nep, or the, you know, like a black version or a black weft version.
We've been talking about black nap, and it just seems like something that's harder to make. Yeah, Nicholas Vilpu, do you think loafers work with a straight fit or only tapered? No, I think straight is better with loafers. I think if you wear your straight fit jeans a little bit shorter, cuff them, little cuff, up and around the ankle area with some loafers, you're good to go. It's very Ivy. Yeah. Hold on, I got a book about loafers. And yeah. Leo G says, will there be a Greencast True Guy soon? There is a Greencast True Guy. It is in MIJ, but it is MIJ 12. That's a Greencast denim, and we have it in True Guy fit. Other than that, is there any other Greencasts coming? I can't think of any. Right, but that's a very good option. I feel. I mean, it is MIJ, and it even comes in. If you don't like that maple leaf embroidery and stuff, like you I don't know if it's still available, but it should be available in True Guy fit in both with or without embroidery. Yeah. So I got this magazine here for loafer lovers, and they have a lot of fit inspiration in this one, and you can see it does look like a slightly tapered jean, but the idea I think would work just the same whether you're wearing something a little bit tapered or even a straight leg, so long as it's a little bit of a wide silhouette. Really, actually any silhouette, just that's how you want to wear your jeans with loafers. I find that you wear them around that length with your shoes, and they're going to look really sharp. Let's see if we have some other suggestions for you here. Here's another one. This one looks good as well. So wearing something like that's a great way to handle it. Yeah, they have a nice little shot there. So around that length is where you want to be with your loafers. I find if they're a little long, then you don't really get to see the shoes. You want to see the shoes. Here's a more straight leg looking fit here as well, with the white denim. So yeah, there you have it. So wear your loafers with your shorter hemmed jeans. Here's one with a big cuff. He's wearing it with a skinny jean, but you can see that you can go big cuff on that too if you want. So. But I think the real key here is to wear them to about that length. So whether it's a big cuff or a little cuff, I prefer the little cuff. But if you wear them around that length, that's the way to go. Yeah. Any other references? No, they're all pretty much the same here. Yeah. See here, this guy's wearing them long, and you can. I don't like it. It's not really for me. You can see that there. They're just spilling over the front of his shoes. I just don't. I find that kind of look might work a little bit better with boots, where you have more of a heel. You know, the heel's too small on that. So, yeah, that's not my favorite way to do it. Yeah. Okay. Pedro, Bahzad went to get a book on loafers. Good thing Carl isn't watching because he'd leave. He hates loafers. Just so you know, I bought this for Carl, and I was gonna send it to him, and I every week I'm like I just never send it, but this is for him because I know how much he hates loafers, and this is for loafer lovers. Perhaps he will burn this on his show, a live burning of a magazine. Burning of a book. I don't know. We'll see. Very controversial. Yeah, burning books is controversial, but he hates loafers that much. So
Carl, if you're watching, guys, don't tell him, but this is for you. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to see in drawings, but there's a lot of cute outfits with loafers in this magazine or book.
Ivy Illustrated. Yeah, there's a lot of these clever little books and magazines here in Japan. And I find it to be quite fascinating that there's so much information on like dressing American style here, whereas the West doesn't seem to have the same level of...
Yeah, I think it's like anything. Even, you know, like Japanese culture is like way more like more exciting and interesting from a perspective of an American person.
But in Japan, they tend to study and document things
just like
really well.
That's just how like the people.
There's
work.
all kinds of obscure magazines here, and like number one, the bookstore here is still alive and well. Just so alive and well. And when you go into the you know the periodical section, the magazine section, there's a magazine for every, and sometimes multiple. Like, you know, number one, like there's the Train Lovers magazines, and it's for all the people who love trains, and there's just tons of them. Or like Disneyland magazines. Like, oh, do you like Disneyland? Well, guess what? We have a monthly magazine dedicated to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And like,
if you study those things, you can enjoy Disneyland. Although, I mean, like, it's a little bit defeats the purpose. But it does, like, you know, there's somebody who did the study for you in Japan, which is incredible. But I think it just comes from just the personalities. It's, you know, a collective culture of the country, but also just how many people just go, you know, like appreciate that. Yeah. It's so we have enough people in our tiny country to support that kind of things. Yeah. Where it's I can't, you know, obviously there's more people in America, but there's more
nerdiness here, like towards their interests. Yeah. Like if you like whatever it is, if you like stationery, well, there's probably a stationery magazine. Just
you can get really hard into it. Yeah. And a lot of times people do. It's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know. Yeah,
it's neat to be around it. That's for sure. Because then I get to pick up all kinds of resources that I can't necessarily read. But they do say pictures speak 1,000 words. So I mean, I probably read at like a 10,000 word a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
10,000. That's only 10 pictures. So that's still very slow for
No, but you spend some time with the each picture. So you
that's
can
true.
Study.
Okay, that's it. Junior writes, I love collecting Japanese video game art books. There's a lot of art books here. There's so many art books here. I used to I wouldn't say I collected art books. I used to have a stack of them, but I don't anymore. I had to thin out the every now and then you got to thin out the bookshelf, and I think the art books were the first thing for me to go. 'Cause I just never looked through them, and I did. You know, sometimes like there's an artist that you really like, you buy the book, and I ended up, and there's some magazines that we had to thin out a while back. I had like an almost complete collection of Monocle magazine, and
we still kind of have more than half.
Yeah, we have a lot, but the physical space that took and the weight of everything, it was just so much, and I had to.
It's like the same contents.
A lot of the issues are very similar, but
and it's also a lot of reading. If you want to get like the most out of that magazine, you have to read a ton of things.
It is a great magazine.
It is. It was very well curated.
If you guys don't know, hold on, I'll get one.
It is a very good, It's just that like there's a lot of stuff that they cover that really have not much. I don't know. I mean, they're also like magazines, monthly magazines, so they do cover a lot of topical things that, like, you know, a long time after, it just really is irrelevant. Maybe that's part of it. Which is also like if we held on to it for like decades, it would be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But
this is an older issue, but you might see this on the newsstands. If you do, go and pick one up. You know.
But better yet, get the books that they curate. Those are much better value, even though they're way more expensive. But it is just like a lot of things that's in here, but more in concise form and also more timeless format.
Yeah. So they do make these books, and yeah, it is a consolidation of kind of like the best of the magazines. So yeah, if you want a consolidated version of the magazines, get the book. Obviously, it takes up a lot less space, and they are I think they're quite nice, and the photos and everything in here are quite beautiful.
Yeah,
and
there are no ads.
Yeah, the magazine is really about like fashion, lifestyle, retail, a little bit of there's politics stuff in there as well. It's a I would say a news magazine.
It's a magazine
yeah.
for grown up men.
Yeah, mature men.
Yeah.
It seems. I'm sure women read it too, but it does seem a little more.
Obviously I can
yeah.
appreciate it, but it is very much targeted towards men.
Yeah.
I feel.
So yeah, check it out. It's a great magazine, and if you subscribe to the magazine, they send you a nice little tote bag, which I have to say, again, I'm getting up.
But yeah, they have a book about like guide to good homes,
Yeah.
guide to good business.
Yeah. You get the little again, not sponsored, but I would say that for a time, this tote bag was kind of like a quiet flex. And when you're at the airport, you saw somebody with a Monocle Tote Bag, you're like, oh, that's a sophisticated person right there. Am I right? You know, because I feel like, you know, the people who know Monocle, and that's kind of it.
It's so true, though. I think people read Monocle to be sophisticated or to appear sophisticated.
Yeah.
I think it's just that type of a magazine that it's just it's well done.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just it's just this sophisticated culture.
Yeah, if you want to grow up a little bit, yeah, and like you know the styling of dress and everything, and the kinds of products they talk about are a little bit more upscale and you know less flashy in a lot of ways. You know, let's take a look at like you know their editorials are done so beautifully. And, yeah, you know, there's no giant logos popping off, and they're not going to recommend you go and buy something like, you know, obviously luxury. It's all very quiet luxury in this magazine. And the other thing that I like about it is that they really do have a, they like Japanese products a lot. They really do appreciate what goes on here in Japan. So Japan is often something that they talk about in this magazine. So check it out, Monocle Magazine. I think the creator, I'm not sure what his position is, but the creator, his name's Tyler Brule, and I think he's Canadian. But they are based out of the UK. This is a UK-based publication. They do have a store in Toronto. They have a store here in Tokyo as well.
They have a store in New York. They have a store
They kind of have a store everywhere. Yeah. Kentaro writes, Monocle also has an amazing perfume collaboration with Comme des Garçons. Hinoki is my absolute favorite scent.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah,
I love that kind of Hinoki
I do
scent.
Remember they had a Comme des Garçons fragrance.
Check it out.
But yeah, check it out. I cannot unrecommend it. It is very good. It's good to have. But yeah, once you have 100 or so issues, it takes up a lot of room. So, yeah. John Chan, which bookstore in Japan carries Monocle books? Tsutaya.
Like any of the like really big ones do.
Yeah.
Not the local ones.
Yeah, the local ones less so. But yeah, like a T-site or a Tsutaya Denki.
T-site in Daikayama, Tsutaya Denki in Futako that 100% have it. They would also probably have it like Kinokuniya and in certain locations.
Yeah. In the West, any major newsstand would have this. Anywhere where they sell magazines, they would carry Monocle magazine.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe not at your local like convenience store, but any bookstore that has like magazines, they would have it. And the airport they tend to have it. Yeah. Although I do remember, and I was very annoyed with it, that at some point they started making like an airport edition of Monocle magazine, and all that it was more expensive. Like it's not yeah.
It's the same.
It was the same magazine. They'd have like a sticker on it that says airport edition. I'm like, why? But yeah,
do other magazines do that?
I don't know. Back in the day, I never found this to be expensive just because like of the quality of the magazine.
And the paper's nice.
Yeah, the paper quality is great. And like this is 2016 issue, and this was $12 at that time. And it was also 12 Canadian and 12 USD. In Japan, it was 22,000 yen. Oof. So it's a pricey magazine in Japan. It's still probably a pricey magazine in Japan. I'm sure the price has gone up, but yeah, indulge every now and then. It is a nicer magazine. There you go. Some Loafer and magazine talk there for you. Okay, what else do we have? Don't you just know it, right? I typically wear a medium size shirt, but if I want a slim fit, should I order a size small? No. I know that this is not an exact science, and I never return a size that I made a mistake on. Thoughts, please. No, don't size down in a shirt if you want a slim fit. Buy a slim fit shirt, right? Don't, because it's not proportioned like that. And a lot of times, not a lot of the time, most shirts, if you say you have a looser fitting shirt that's a size medium, and you think that the size small is going to fit you more fitted, the neck isn't going to fit you because the neck is sized for that size medium. So maybe you're not going to do it up all the way, but I think that if you want a slim fit shirt, you're probably just better off buying a slim fit shirt.
Yeah, if you're talking about like our shirt,
like
Easy Shirt is a fit that is boxier. So even if you size down, it's just that your everything, your shoulder, your sleeves, like everything is gonna be smaller, but the width. It's slightly smaller, but it's just really meant to, the boxier fit is always going to be boxy fit, even if it's too small. Yeah, the rest of the proportions will be out of, like, the sleeves will be too short, the shoulders will be too short. It's not the way to do it. Get the right if you're looking for a slimmer fit, then you might have to look outside of Naked Famous.
Right. Now, I don't find the Easy Shirt to be, like, tremendously huge.
No. Yeah. But it's not meant to be a slim-fitting shirt in any size.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. All right, I think we've handled most of the questions here. All right, well, very good, everybody. Yeah, one little comment. Automobile collab with any kind of car, like Ford, Chevy, Nissan, Lamborghini.
That's actually, I never thought of that. That's kind of a funny idea. Let's think about that. Yeah,
I could maybe see that, but I'm not sure how we would handle that. Like, a Ferrari collaborate, you'd have to have some kind of Ferrari red in there. I mean, there's definitely something to work with there. I just don't know if that's, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you go with more iconic, like, I don't know, like, I don't know.
And it's difficult because if you're going to do a car collaboration, you kind of want to have a series of cars. But,
exactly.
But like, to get the license for Ford and for Toyota and for Lamborghini and all lined up at the same time so that you can release all these jeans together. But here's the thing, like because every license is kind of independent of one another, they're not going to allow you to create any branding content where you can cross promote, other manufacturer's product in the same image. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I mean, I don't know how that all works. Like, you get these race car video games, you have all the race car companies in the video game, but I don't know how it would work, like, for a branding project.
So, like, maybe, maybe if we were to do, like, Mercedes collaboration, you can do a G-Wagon, you can do an SL, you can do, like, some, obscure, like, ones that are more iconic, and that might, it's not that interesting. Like, or, like, Volkswagen, you do the bus, you do the Golf, you do the Beetle, like, but I don't know, it's just...
Yeah, I don't know about that one. There's something there. I don't know. We'd have to flesh that one out.
This needs more
time
thinking.
to mull over. Okay. You know what? I think we're going to jump into a snack time, right? This is, we have a interesting drink today for snack time. It is something that maybe you have or may have never experienced before because it's an old school soda. I found this at the convenience store, and I knew I had to have it. It reminded me of my youth, but I don't remember if I've actually had this soda before. I feel like I have. I know the name, but I don't remember if I've ever drank this in my life. Let me know if you guys have, and if this is even on the shelves anymore where you're from. Mellow Yellow. Do you guys remember Mellow Yellow?
And if you did, it has nothing to do with Fanta, right?
Well, I'm sure, I think Fanta is owned by Coke, if I'm not mistaken, and Mellow Yellow might just be a Coke product.
Interesting.
Right?
But
the
they
Raven
have
writes,
to put Fanta on here in order to convince people to buy it, probably.
Perhaps.
Mellow Yellow sounds like an off-brand.
and I don't know if Mellow Yellow was ever here in Japan. I remember, what's his name, Newman on Seinfeld drinking tons of Mellow Yellow.
I don't remember this. I also like Mellow Yellow as a sound. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Ian M writes, Mellow Yellow is still huge where I live.
Really?
I don't think
Where do you live?
In Canada, I don't think that this is around anymore. Is this in America? Have you guys seen this? I feel like I've not seen this in decades.
We go to America every now and then. I don't think I've seen it.
Brainish writes, I thought Mellow Yellow was Coke's version of Mountain Dew, but haven't thought about it in years. Right. I remember seeing a video about the whole monopoly on soda. I think it's owned by Coca-Cola. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Coca-Cola product.
Mellow Yellow.
Yeah. Okay, I have not. I would say no. Yeah, in the South U.S., I see it quite a bit. Okay, so maybe it's a little more regional. But I haven't seen it in a long time, and I certainly like that old school logo, so we had to get it. I don't drink a lot of Fanta in general, but I'm not opposed to Fanta. If you like a fruit-flavored soda. You know what fruit-flavored soda I really like? Crush. You remember Orange. Crush? Orange Crush, Grape Crush. I used to have a whole bunch of different flavors of Crush. And that was always a good. Soda.
Never had it, but I would imagine it tastes the same as Fanta Orange and Fanta Grape, no?
Perhaps, but I don't partake so often.
This one says Fanta Citrus.
Okay.
So it is a citrusy flavor at least.
I don't know what to compare it to.
Yeah, because Mellow Yellow could be lemon.
Ooh, nice little.
Or banana, but I think this is lemon because it says citrus.
Right. So let's get a little pour in there. Okay.
It's pretty yellow.
It's pretty yellow. It's not. Maybe the taste is mellow.
It does not look mellow. It looks like an energy drink.
Right. Juan Puerto writes, is it like a wannabe Sprite? We'll find out. Kind of smells like Sprite.
It does. Oh, yeah. This is very old school. It's like a candy lemon flavor.
It does taste like Sprite also.
Does it?
I think it does.
It's more like a lemon candy. You know, when you
Like
have
a lemon
hard,
drop?
hard
Yeah.
lemon candy.
Yeah, very lemony. Citrusy. It's okay. It's okay. Has a weird aftertaste. Just kind of don't really like that aftertaste.
I mean, it's like any like fruit soda, I guess. I'm not impressed. But
Right. But Mellow
I'm also not
Yellow
disgusted.
is, I'm assuming, back for a limited time here in Japan. If you are.
No juice contained.
No juice. That's what you want. That's what you want. You know, sometimes in the sodas they're like 10% real juice, and this one's like no juice. No. Don't even worry about it. If you like juice, this is. If you don't like juice, this is the soda for you.
All artificial flavors.
So, yeah, it's. Well, I don't know what to rank this. It's okay. I'm gonna give this just a straight 6.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's fine. If it's there, I'll have it. I'm
No,
not.
It does not offend me in any way, but it also does not excite me.
That's it. This is the most non-offensive soda. This is the most non-offensive soda in the history of sodas. There's nobody is going to be offended by this.
No, maybe that's what the mellow means.
Like, you know, they're like there's no actual juice in here, because for the people who like want juice, they'll be like, oh, 10%. They're like, no, don't worry. There's no juice in here. We're not going to offend you with our low amount of juice. Okay, it's all sugar. It's a sugar drink. So enjoy the sugar drink. And it's a fine sugar drink. So there you have it. Mellow Yellow is here for a limited time. Juan Poeta writes, Dr. Pepper recently released a coconut flavor. I'm down with that. When we go to North America, I'm going to be consuming some...
Those are two of my least favorite flavors.
I love Dr. Pepper. I love coconut. Sounds great.
Oh, sounds like the worst.
There's a lot of Dr. Pepper flavors out there in the West that I have never tried, and I'm looking forward to trying them.
I mean, the live stream in Montreal, we gotta do
it up
for a
good snack time.
Yeah.
So we will definitely do that. Okay, Pedro. BD, oh man, Orange Crush was so good. Haven't had it in ages. Yeah, I haven't had it in ages. I don't even know if they make Crush anymore.
No, I feel like I see it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe just imagining things.
Maybe. My brother liked the strawberry Dr. Pepper. That sounds great. Yeah, sounds wonderful. Okay, well, everybody, we're going to leave it there. It's been another live stream wrapped up here, put it in the books. Successful live stream. This has been another successful live stream. We'll be possibly back again next week. Not certain yet because we do have to fly out that day. But we will be in North America soon, where we're going to be previewing all kinds of great stuff. We'll probably end up on an episode of This Week at Tate and Yoko or two.
Oh,
yeah.
Guest appearance.
So you're going to see us with the gang. Some of those staff members I've never met in human form yet, in real life.
Yes. That's pretty crazy.
I'm looking forward to meeting some of the boys. Okay, well, we'll leave it there, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do something nice for yourselves this weekend, and do something else nice for somebody else. We'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great one. All right.
Bye.
See you later, everyone.